I'm Margaret Keane, and you might know me from my pictures and paintings of women and children with unusually large eyes. I was born in Tennessee, and from an early age I loved to draw. However, I had, when I was really young, like 2 years old maybe, I had an operation on my ear that caused significant hearing loss. I could still hear, but it was definitely harder to make out what people were saying. As a result, I started to look and watch people's mouths and eyes much more attentively to understand the emotion behind what they were saying. This really influenced my painting style because I tried to show what I could see in people's eyes in a way that everyone could understand. By making people's eyes extremely big, I could show the emotion that I saw every day. On the whole, I painted women, children, and animals, like familiar animals, like dogs and cats and horses. But I didn't ever paint men. I would paint boys, but not men. I would also mainly paint with acrylic and oil-based paints, and I don't think there was a particular reason. I just got used to it, I guess. Throughout my life, I got married 3 times, the second time to a Mr. Walter Keane. Soon after our marriage, like really soon actually, he started selling my paintings, and it took me a while, one time I went to the place where he would sell them with him, before I realized that he was selling them as his own work. I didn't get mentioned. He would tell me, oh, no one would buy the paintings if they knew that a woman sold them. He said that it was easier to sell the paintings themselves if the people thought they were talking to the artist. He even made up stories on how he came up with these ideas to sell the paintings that I did. I didn't get any credit, as I signed them Keane, and he argued that he was a Keane as well. I divorced him later, and then 5 years after the divorce, he still had claimed the paintings. And I decided that enough was enough. So over the radio, I told everyone. I told everyone that I was the artist, and I even challenged Walter to a paint-off. He didn't show up, even though there were reporters, there were newscasters, everyone was there, but he knew he would have lost, and he would have gotten exposed. Then, I wound up suing USA Today and Walter for an article that said I was lying and he was the actual painter. The judge themselves called for a paint-off again, and I finished my painting in 53 minutes. Walter said he had a broken shoulder or whatever and was hurt and he couldn't paint. Needless to say, I got all the credit I deserved, as I honestly don't think he would have said anything else. Then, my paintings started to look happier. I've always said that eyes are the windows to the soul. All of the paintings I did when I was with Walter and when I couldn't take credit for my art, they were sad. Tears, sad eyes, gloomy atmospheres. But when I took credit and I started to get what I deserved, I started to make happier things, with children laughing and happy backgrounds and everything. You can really see that emotional change in me throughout my painting. I married again, and I have to say, my new husband really helped me get over the trauma and everything that came with not being recognized as an artist. I mean, my art was everywhere, and I couldn't claim it. I even had to publicly acknowledge Walter as the artist for a while, because he told me it wouldn't sell if they knew it was a woman who painted it. But I got what I deserved. I got my credit back. I didn't get any money from the lawsuit, but I did get recognition. Then, I got a movie based off of me, my story. It's called Big Eyes. Fitting name, I know. And I wasn't able to play myself in the movie because I was well past my prime by then, but I did get to make a cameo. You can see me in one of the scenes. Also, did you know that the Powerpuff Girls was actually inspired by my work? I even have a character in the show named Mrs. Keane. I also inspired plenty of little Little Miss No Name, just to name one. Yeah, I moved back to California, and unfortunately passed away about a month ago, 2022. But I did live for 94 whole years. Pretty good run, if I do say so myself. Well, if you're ever curious on how eyes can really be the windows of the soul, just check out my art, see what I see.